Hello, YouTube viewers. Thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoy exploring the complexities of human relationships and psychology, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest insights and discussions. Today, we're diving into a topic that many find both fascinating and perplexing. Why does a narcissist often end up hurting the one they claim to love the most? Now, let's get into it. Narcissism is a term often thrown around in casual conversation, but its implications in relationships can be profound and deeply damaging. At its core, narcissism is characterized by a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, a constant need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. While everyone exhibits some narcissistic traits from time to time, individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, exhibit these traits consistently and to an extreme degree. When a narcissist enters a relationship, it can often begin with an intoxicating phase of idealization, commonly referred to as a love bombing. During this period, the narcissist may shower their partner with affection, compliments, and attention, making them feel uniquely special and cherished. However, this initial phase is often a calculated maneuver to establish control and ensure the partner's emotional dependency. As the relationship progresses, the dynamics shift, and the narcissist's true nature begins to surface. The very traits that once seemed charming or attractive may now be revealed as controlling, manipulative, or even abusive. But why does this happen, especially towards the one they claim to love the most? One explanation lies in the narcissist's fragile self-esteem and deep-seated insecurities. Despite their outward confidence, narcissists often have an unstable sense of self-worth, which they attempt to bolster through external validation and control over others. In a relationship, they may view their partner not as an equal but as a tool to reinforce their self-image. When their partner fails to meet these unrealistic expectations or challenges their authority, the narcissist perceives it as a threat to their ego, triggering a range of defensive behaviors designed to maintain control and superiority. This need for control can manifest in various ways. Narcissists often employ tactics such as gaslighting, where they manipulate their partner's perception of reality to create confusion and doubt. They might also engage in devaluation, criticizing or belittling their partner to undermine their self-esteem and ensure dependency. This cycle of idealization and devaluation is exhausting for the partner, who may find themselves constantly striving for the narcissist's approval, only to be met with shifting goalposts and inconsistent affection. Moreover, the lack of empathy inherent in narcissistic individuals means they are often unable to genuinely connect with or understand their partner's emotional experiences. They may be dismissive of their partner's feelings, needs, or boundaries, viewing them as irrelevant or inconvenient obstacles to their own desires. This disregard for the partner's autonomy and well-being can lead to emotional or even physical harm. Additionally, narcissists often struggle with intimacy, as it requires vulnerability and emotional reciprocity, which are antithetical to their self-protective instincts. The closer a partner gets emotionally, the more threatened the narcissist may feel, fearing exposure of their deep-seated vulnerabilities. To protect themselves, they might lash out, pushing the partner away through hurtful actions or words, thereby sabotaging the very connection they claim to cherish. Furthermore, the narcissist's behavior is often cyclical. After a period of conflict or hurtful behavior, they may revert to a phase of idealization, offering apologies, gifts, or declarations of love. This intermittent reinforcement can trap the partner in a cycle of hope and disappointment, making it difficult for them to extricate themselves from the relationship. The partner may hold onto the belief that the loving, attentive version of the narcissist is their true self, and that they can somehow help them change or heal. It's also important to consider the role of power dynamics in these relationships. Narcissists often seek relationships with individuals who are empathetic, nurturing, and accommodating, as these traits make it easier for them to exert control. The partner's tendency to prioritize others' needs over their own can inadvertently enable the narcissist's behavior, as they may find themselves constantly compromising or rationalizing the narcissist's actions in an effort to maintain peace or avoid conflict. Despite the pain and confusion that these relationships can cause, it's crucial to recognize that change is possible, though it often requires significant effort and self-awareness on the part of both partners. For the partner, setting firm boundaries and seeking support from friends, family, or mental health professionals can be vital steps in regaining their sense of self and autonomy. It's important for them to realize that they are not responsible for the narcissist's behavior, nor can they affix them through love or sacrifice. For the narcissist, genuine change is challenging but not impossible. It requires a willingness to engage in self-reflection, confront their insecurities, and develop empathy for others. Therapy, particularly approaches like cognitive behavioral therapy or schema therapy, can be instrumental in helping narcissists understand the impact of their behavior and learn healthier ways of relating to others. However, this process is often long and fraught with setbacks, as it involves fundamentally altering deeply ingrained patterns of thinking and behaving. Ultimately, understanding why a narcissist hurts the one they love most requires a nuanced appreciation of the complex interplay between their psychological defenses, insecurities, and interpersonal dynamics. While their actions can cause profound harm, it's important to approach this topic with empathy and compassion, recognizing that narcissism often stems from early childhood experiences of neglect, abuse, or unmet needs for validation and security. As we conclude this discussion, it's crucial to remember that while narcissistic behavior can be destructive, it does not define an individual entirely. People are capable of growth and change, provided they have the motivation and support to do so. For those affected by narcissistic relationships, seeking help and focusing on self-care are vital steps in healing and moving forward. Thank you for joining us in exploring this complex and challenging topic. We hope this discussion has shed light on the intricacies of narcissistic relationships and provided valuable insights into why a narcissist may hurt the one they love the most. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from this information. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content on psychology and relationships. Thank you and take care.
Why do narcissists feel bad about leaving you? Why do other people want to hurt you? Hello, wonderful fans. We're glad to have you back on our service. We're very grateful that you came to see us today. We've planned an interesting talk around the question of why narcissists feel bad about what they've done and want you back. You can jump right in. The goal of this video is to both educate and inspire viewers. Narcissists often wait until it's too late to see how valuable other people are. After putting you down and ignoring you, their reevaluation and wish for reconciliation can be confusing. Empaths often make people reevaluate things. Narcissists have a hard time understanding how important real connections are, so they find it interesting when other people can relate to them. Narcissists often think they are not vulnerable to criticism and have a skewed view of their own worth. To the other hand, we try our best not to hurt other people because love and kindness drive us. Unfortunately, toxic people who do bad things to others are prevalent, and we often end up with them. Empaths, on the other hand, stand out because they are caring and easy to relate to. It may be normal for us to focus on empathy after a painful rejection in the hopes of bringing our feelings back to life. We are different from everyone else because we are very good at understanding and judging others. As you heal and accept yourself after a breakup, the narcissist stays out of the way and watches as your worth rises again. They remember how valuable you are and are charmed by the unique things about you. They might think about how close you two were and compare you to the person they're with now. Narcissists may be honest about their flaws in relationships, but when they think about themselves, they usually don't think about things in depth. For them, everything is just a game. They might try to get in touch with you after they understand what they did wrong, even if it's hard. This is especially true if you've already begun to heal and shut the door on them. Even after you block them, they still can't stop thinking about you and even start following your social media accounts with different, sometimes fake, names. They keep an eye on what you do online, like friends checking in on you. Because it's become a habit, they long for a meeting that can't happen. Remember that the ego is about to get a nasty surprise as soon as the door shuts. Remember that they can always come back if you let them back into your life. They will think about how valuable you are again while going on their journey. It is very important to strictly follow a no-contact strategy and stop all communication. Avoid making them feel good when you're with them and keep your interactions with them bad. You shouldn't give positive encouragement. There are times when closure feels very important, but sometimes all it takes is a few words to end a connection. Speaking your mind easily in the last few days of a relationship is a great way to end it, based on my own experience. The narcissist will always be judging your worth because they see you as an unfulfilled dream that they want to bring back to life. Toxic people will not be able to hurt you if you stick to your limits and keep working on your healing. It is very important to keep your mind and heart tough. They can't get back in if the door is tightly shut, which speeds up their evaluation. You become their hero, and they fear losing you, but they already have to. Scroll down to read stories about people who tried to get in touch with each other after at least 10 years. I've been told about short meetings that cause people to talk years later. We have energy that can't be found anywhere else because we are empaths and the chosen ones. You can really get their attention when they're stuck and can't go anywhere else. You become what they're interested in and addicted to on social media. Not long ago, my narcissist tried to go too far and start abuse. I talked about this in details in one of my videos. Because you have such a strong effect on them, they want any extra attention you might give them. Hearing your voice makes them feel better, even if it's through a fake profile or a call from someone they don't know. They review your worth because you are rare, even though they do strange things. It will help you get over a breakup faster if you keep up with your healing and work on your self-esteem. This change has been seen by many people, including myself. You are not alone, and the pain and suffering will not hold you back. You will have new chances to learn new things, maybe even in other countries, while you are still in the early stages of healing and rebuilding your self-esteem. Without the ego in my life, I would not have reached this important goal. While the ego thinks about the past, you can boost your own worth by starting new businesses and getting through tough times. They look at your social media and other sites to see how you've changed since you left them. It breaks their hearts to think about it, but they don't do anything. They keep changing how they act to fit in with their partner and make it look like they have new interests. Your true growth shows that you are who you say you are. Don't forget that good things are still being said about you. Even when they are by themselves, the narcissist keeps thinking about these things. Increasing your value should be your first goal. To learn more about narcissistic behavior, you can do a lot of different things, such as academic study and real-life experience. I need to understand narcissists by entering their thoughts. On YouTube, I told a unique story about my experience with narcissists, which is different from how some channels show them. Even though they tried to get back in touch with me many times, I stood strong because I knew they felt bad about what they had done. That explains why the time was off. You might start getting calls in the middle of the night from their new partner. If you want to really hurt their selfish ego, block them, change your number, and stop talking to them. That's the plan. If you want to know how to catch and shame a narcissist, please watch my movie. But remember that you have worth at all times. No matter when you get your essence, from God or the universe, it is special. What makes you stand out in a group of 100 people is not how you look, but how much energy you have. Your unmatched energy is what drives this site forward. Empaths are naturally good at building strong relationships with others. But when they try to be like a narcissist, they often get turned down for the first time. Because of a miracle, we help them with their trash disposal. As soon as the narcissist starts talking to us, their low self-esteem shows through their act. It is very important to tell the difference between how a narcissist really feels about themselves and how they think they are better than other people. The narcissist sees how much they've taken for granted during the discard phase. This is when things start to change. When they realize how much they've lost, they begin to look up to you after going through the trash. Most of the time, This understanding comes after breaking up with someone or throwing something away. This understanding would have come more easily if the employee had been let go early. Making space between them helps them quickly accept the results of their deeds. If they were the ones who turned you down, they might even feel free and happy when you cut them off. Once they see how different you are from their new partner, they move on to the appraisal step. Know how unique you are and be thankful for all the good things in your life. At this point, you've done a lot to deal with the narcissist. There is a prize for all your hard work. You have no idea when they will show up again, just like I do. I may not have been happy with the narcissist, but I did find love again, though not in a sexual way. Because of the terrible mistake I made before, I am very picky about who I let into my life. We've all been lonely at some point, but I hope you don't make the same mistakes because of it. Don't forget to take care of yourself while you're focused on getting better and going on with your life. This is a strong force that could do great things if focused on health, business, sports, or other hobbies. They will be shocked at how much value you have gained as you start to put yourself back together. Your goal should be to become impossible to break. We need to raise the bar, even though we've done so before, to make room for narcissists. This time around, we only want the most amazing people to come into our lives through relationships. There is no way to settle for less. It's not a good idea to get back into a relationship before you're fully fixed. We've been through it ourselves and know that getting better after being abused takes time. It's not flat, and it doesn't rain or have rainbows. It is made up of a series of hills and valleys instead. It's important to remember that this is not our fault, even if the scars from narcissistic abuse never fully heal. There was nothing wrong with us. We were just lucky enough to meet someone who needed our love and kindness, and that was enough to destroy the narcissist. Our evaluation process starts over when we get better at things that the narcissist can't do. Even if you don't say anything or get in touch for weeks after the discard, they may change their mind about how valuable you are. If you try to fix the link by getting in touch, the dynamics will change for good. Don't worry about anything. It's normal for people to respond this way. Even though they have done a lot of study on human behavior, our resilience often surprises them. We are stronger and more capable now that we've been through these difficulties. When we move on after making a mistake, we become better people. Allow them to be sad about your leaving and carefully compare you to others, as they are unique, and they will finally understand this. They won't meet anyone else like you. It's not a surprise that they're looking for another psychic since they didn't value having one early on in the relationship. The pictures they kept showing of their ex probably made them think of us all the time, which irritated them. They didn't value us then, and they won't until the relationship ends. I totally agree that being apart does make things easier. As you pull away from other people, take a more in-depth look at your spiritual, physical, mental, and healing growth. For narcissists, this re-evaluation is terrible. Hold on to your resolve and keep going while you heal and grow. Have faith in the process and know that God has a reason for the split. The universe worked together to free you from self-centered ties. You can start over at any time. It was talked about how the father of a member finally found love in his 70s after being with a narcissist for 20 to 30 years. They are now having a great time traveling the world together. Don't see your time with the narcissist as lost years. Instead, see it as a time to improve your mind. It has made us stronger, helped us think more clearly, and given us a better sense of how complicated things work. We will always be judged and adored by narcissists, no matter where they are. Sign up for our channel if you want to hear more smart talks like these. Watch out for our next video. Keep calm.